Albuquerque, New Mexico, Jesse Pinkman's basement, single light bulb, concrete floor, chemical smell. Domingo Molina, street name, Krazy-8, sits chained to pipe, low-level distributor, 26 years old, confident despite situation. 3 days ago, Krazy-8 came to rob chemistry teacher named Walter White. Take his formula, eliminate competition, simple business, but Walter used phosphine gas, defensive panic. Krazy-8's partner, Emilio, died. Krazy-8 survived, now trapped in basement. Upstairs, Walter White paces, 50 years old, high school chemistry teacher, 22 years grading papers, helping students, never hurt anyone. Then lung cancer diagnosis, stage 3, 6 months to live, needed money for family, started cooking with Jesse, former student, should have been simple, make money, provide for family. Instead, one man dead, another chained downstairs, and Walter must decide, become killer or show mercy. Jesse Pinkman smokes nervously. Mr. White, we gotta do something. Can't keep him forever, he knows us, works for Tuco. If we let him go, we're dead. Walter can barely speak. Kill him? Never killed anyone, never even fought. Violence foreign to him, teaching chemistry his world. Not this, not life or death choices. Downstairs, Krazy-8 tests chain, studies basement, looks for weakness, because he knows mercy is weakness, hesitation is death. And Mr. White, too soft, too moral. Krazy-8 remembers him from high school. Chemistry teacher, junior year, fair, actually cared. Got B in that class. Now that scared professor supposed to kill him? Krazy-8 almost laughs. Give it few days. Teacher will crack, feel guilty, make mistake, then escape. Report to Tuco. Mr. White learns hard lesson. Street business isn't chemistry class. Walter brings sandwich, paper plate, beer. Acts like friend, not guard. Shows humanity, not monster. I brought food, Walter says awkwardly. Krazy-8 sees guilt in his eyes, sees weakness. Thanks, Mr. White. You always were good teacher. Connection forming. Walter sees person, former student, human worth saving, guilt building. What Krazy-8 doesn't know, desperate men are most dangerous, and Walter White about to discover strength he never knew existed. Day 2. Walter descends basement stairs again, brings another sandwich, more beer. Domingo sits against wall, chain rattling when he shifts position, looks up when Walter enters, smiles, calculated, friendly. Mr. White, thanks for coming back. Thought maybe you'd forgotten about me down here. Walter sets plate on floor, slides it forward, keeps distance, still nervous, still uncertain. I haven't forgotten, just trying to figure out what to do. What to do? Domingo repeats, takes sandwich, bites, chews slowly. Let me go, Mr. White. Simple as that. I won't say nothing, won't tell Tuco, won't cause problems, just let me walk out. We both forget this happened. Walter wants to believe, desperately wants to believe, that there's a way out where nobody dies, where he stays good man, where life returns to normal. But Jesse's voice echoes in mind. He works for Tuco. He knows us. We're dead if he walks. I can't do that, Walter says quietly. You know I can't. Domingo nods. Expected answer. Changes approach. Then what? You gonna keep me down here forever? Chain me up like animal until what? Until I starve? Until you work up courage to... Trails off, leaves words unspoken. Both know what hangs between them. I don't know, Walter admits. Honesty, raw, painful. I don't know what to do. I've never been in a situation like this. Never hurt anyone, never even considered it. I'm chemistry teacher. I explain molecules. I grade tests. This isn't... I'm not... You're not a killer. Domingo finishes. I know, I can see it. And that's okay, Mr. White. That's a good thing. Means you're still human, still decent. World needs more people like you, not less. Walter looks at him, sees former student, sees young man who could have been something else, who had father with furniture store, who had opportunities, who made bad choices but could still change. Tell me about your father's store, Walter says, deflecting, avoiding, seeking humanity in conversation that might justify mercy. Domingo talks about Molina's fine furniture, about father who immigrated from Mexico, who worked 3 jobs, who saved money, who built business from nothing, who wanted better life for son, who watches store struggle now because son chose streets over family business. He still believes in me, Domingo says. Emotion creeping into voice, real or performed. Walter can't tell. Thinks I'll turn around, come back, take over store, be man he raised me to be, hasn't given up hope. Then why this? Walter gestures. At basement, at chains, at life choices that led here. Why deal? Why work for Tuco? Why not go back, help your father? Domingo shrugs. Money, respect, feeling of being somebody instead of nobody. You understand that, don't you, Mr. White? You're smart, really smart. Could have been something more than high school teacher. But you settled, took safe path. Now you're 50, dying of cancer, broke, scared. That's why you cook, right? Why you're in this business? Because you finally realize safe path led nowhere. Words hit hard. True words, painful words. Walter does understand. Too well. He and Domingo aren't so different. Both made choices. Both ended up trapped. Both trying to survive in a world that doesn't care about good intentions. Over next day, visits continue. More food, more conversation. Domingo asks for sandwiches without crust. Walter complies. Domingo mentions he prefers wheat bread. Walter brings it next time. Each request granted. Each act of service building connection, building trust, building guilt. Domingo watches carefully, sees Walter softening, sees doubt growing, sees mercy winning over logic. Perfect. Teacher is creature of habit. Comfortable, predictable. Soon he'll come too close. Let guard down, make fatal mistake. Then Domingo acts, takes keys, escapes, reports to Tuco. And Mr. White learns crucial lesson. Street rules matter more than classroom rules. But Domingo makes his own mistake. Underestimates what desperation does to men. What cancer diagnosis does to priorities. What protecting family does to morality. Walter White isn't just scared teacher. He's dying man with nothing to lose. And nothing to lose is most dangerous position. Jesse watches from upstairs, sees Walter's trips to basement, sees growing connection, knows what's happening. Teacher bonding with prisoner, seeing humanity, forgetting danger. Jesse's seen this before. Street code. Mercy gets you killed. Hesitation gets you buried. Mr. White, Jesse confronts him. You're getting attached. That's bad. Really bad. We gotta end this. Now. Before you can't. I'm handling it, Walter insists. But voice wavers. Uncertainty obvious. I just need more time to make right decision. Right decision. Jesse's voice sharp, frustrated. Right decision is staying alive, protecting ourselves. That's all that matters. But Walter still believes in right and wrong, still believes in mercy, still believes good men don't kill former students, not yet understanding. In this world, good men don't survive. Only survivors survive, and survival requires becoming something terrible. Domingo senses moment approaching. Few more days, few more sandwiches, few more connections, then freedom, then revenge. Mr. White won't see it coming. Too trusting, too moral, too weak. Both men waiting, both planning, both convinced they know how this ends. Only one is right. Day 3. Walter sits at kitchen table, yellow legal pad in front of him, pen in hand, lists, always lists. Chemistry teacher's mind works through problems systematically. Analyze, calculate, solve. Top of page. Let him live. In capital letters. Below, reasons. Arguments for mercy. For staying human. For not crossing line that can never be uncrossed. He's a human being. Former student. Has family who loves him. Father waiting for him to come home. Second chance possible. Killing him makes me murderer, changes everything. Can't take it back. Walter stares at list. Strong arguments, moral arguments, right arguments, but second column exists, must exist. Fair evaluation requires both sides. Let him die, he writes, hesitates on word die, not kill, too direct, too honest. Die sounds passive, natural, like decision made by universe, not by him. Below. He knows our identities, works for Tuco Salamanca, will report us immediately. Jesse dies, I die, Skylar and Walt Jr. at risk, no witness protection, no escape. Cancer kills me anyway, but family survives only if Domingo doesn't talk. 2 lists, 2 futures, one where Walter stays good man, another where family stays safe. Can't have both. Chemistry problem with no elegant solution, just choice. Terrible choice. Jesse enters kitchen, sees lists, shakes head. Still thinking about it. Mr. White, there's nothing to think about. It's survival. Him or us. Simple. It's not simple, Walter argues. Voice strained. It's human life. Taking it means something. Changes who I am fundamentally. I'm not. I can't. You already did, Jesse interrupts. Emilio, in RV. You killed him with gas. That already happened. One more doesn't change anything. That was different. Accident. Defense. Not planned execution of chained man. Dead is dead, Jesse says flatly. Emilio's family don't care if it was accident or planned. Still gone. Still not coming back. This ain't different. Just harder because you gotta look at him while doing it. Walter knows Jesse's right. Hates that he's right. But logic doesn't erase guilt. Doesn't make decision easier. Doesn't transform teacher into executioner magically. I've made decision, Walter announces, voice firm, forcing confidence. I'm letting him go. Tonight, we'll blindfold him, drive him far, drop him somewhere. By time he finds his way back, we'll be gone. New city, new identities. It's only way I can live with myself. Jesse stares, disbelief. That's suicide. He'll find us. Week, maybe month, but he'll find us. And Tuco will send people. You're signing our death warrant. Then that's risk I take, Walter says. I won't become murderer. Not for this, not like this. I'm going downstairs now, going to free him. My decision, final. Walter stands, grabs key to padlock, walks toward basement stairs. Each step heavy, weighted with consequences, but resolved. This is line he won't cross. Can't cross. Must remain human. Must remain teacher. Must remain father who children can respect, even if it costs everything. Reaches basement door, opens it, descends stairs. Domingo looks up, sees key in Walter's hand. Eyes widen, hope flooding his face. Real hope or performed hope, still can't tell, maybe doesn't matter. Mr. White, I'm letting you go, Walter says. Voice shaking but determined. I can't keep you here. Can't do what Jesse wants, so I'm freeing you. But you have to promise. Promise you won't tell Tuco. Won't come after us. Just walk away, please. Domingo nods eagerly. I promise. Swear to God. Won't say nothing. You're good man, Mr. White. Thank you. Thank you. Walter approaches. Key extended. 3 feet away. 2 feet. Close enough to unlock chain. Close enough to free prisoner. Close enough to save his own soul. Then notices something. Small detail. Chemistry teaches eye for observation. Basement counter. Paper plates stacked. Domingo's meals over 3 days. Walter counts plates mentally. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 plates from 9 meals. But looks at stack. Counts again. Physical count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 plates. Should be 9. 1 missing. Where? Scans basement. Eyes darting. Looking for 9th plate. Sees broken pieces. Behind pole. Hidden poorly. Domingo tried to hide them. Failed. Pieces visible. Walter's mind processes. Plate. Broken deliberately. To create sharp edge. To make weapon. Ceramic shard. Hidden somewhere. Realization crashes down like tsunami. Every conversation. Every sandwich, every moment of connection, all manipulation, all performance, all lies. Domingo never intended to honor promise, never planned to walk away, planned to wait. For a moment, Walter got close. Then attack, take keys, escape, report, destroy. The humanity Walter saw? Illusion, the former student deserving second chance? Fiction, the guilt he carried? Wasted. Domingo played him perfectly, used teacher's decency against him, weaponized mercy. Walter stops, 2 feet from Chain, looks at Domingo, sees different person now, not victim, not human deserving compassion, predator, waiting to strike. Where's the missing plate? Walter asks. Voice changed, colder, harder. Domingo's face shifts. Caught. Knows Walter figured it out. Decides to drop pretense, reaches behind him, pulls out ceramic shard, sharp, deadly, hidden in pants. Sorry, Mr. White, Domingo says. Not sorry. Voice hardened too. Street voice, killer voice. Nothing personal, just business. You understand? Walter steps back, shaking. Not from fear, from realization, from understanding, from transformation beginning in this moment. He almost freed him, almost walked into trap, almost died because he wanted to stay good. Man, but good men don't survive in this world. Jesse was right. Mercy is weakness, hesitation is death. And Walter White just learned a lesson that changes everything forever. He looks at Domingo, at Shard, at Chain, a choice he thought he'd made, and understands there was never choice. There was only survival. Always was, always will be. I'll be back, Walter says, climbs stairs, locks door, leaves Domingo alone, with Shard, with Chain. With realization he overplayed his hand. Upstairs, Walter White becomes different man. The line he wouldn't cross, just crossed. Not with act, with decision. Final decision, one that changes everything. Domingo sealed his own fate. Walter stands in kitchen, breathing hard, heart pounding. The missing plate, the ceramic shard, the manipulation, everything clear now. Domingo never intended to keep promise, never planned to walk away, waited for perfect moment, to attack, to escape, to destroy Walter's family. Jesse sees Walter's face, knows something changed. What happened? He has weapon, Walter says, voice hollow. Broke plate, made shard, was going to attack me when I unlocked Chain, all of it, conversations, connection, promises, all lies. Jesse nods slowly. Told you, street rules, mercy gets you killed. Pauses. So what now? Walter doesn't answer immediately, walks to sink, pours glass of water, drinks, hands still shaking, mind processing. 3 days of guilt, 3 days of moral crisis, 3 days of believing he could stay good man, all for nothing. Domingo made choice for him, showed there was never choice, only survival. I'll handle it, Walter finally says. Tonight. You sure? Jesse asks. Genuine concern. Knows what this costs. Knows Walter will never be same after. I can do it. You don't have to... No, Walter interrupts, firm. This is my responsibility, my choice, mine to carry. Hours pass. Walter sits alone, thinking, preparing, not physically, mentally, chemically, breaking down problem into components. Fear, guilt, survival, family, morality, necessity, complex equation, but solution emerging, horrible solution, necessary solution. He thinks about Skylar, about Walt Jr., about unborn baby on the way, about how they need him alive, not martyred by mercy, not destroyed by decency, alive, even if alive means becoming something terrible. 9:47 p.m. Walter descends basement stairs. Last time, carries bike lock, heavy-duty cable, U-lock design, bought it for Walt Jr. years ago, teaching son to secure bicycle properly, now serving different purpose, darker purpose. Domingo sees him coming, sees bike lock, understands immediately. Mr. White, wait, we can talk, we can work this out, please. No more talking, Walter says, voice steady now, decision made. You had plate shard, Were going to attack me. Take keys, report to Tuco, destroy my family. I wasn't, it was just, I was scared. Domingo's voice desperate. Real fear now. No more manipulation, no more performance, just animal panic of trapped predator realizing he's become prey. Walter approaches, slow, deliberate. Domingo lunges, shard slashing at Walter's throat. Walter dodges, barely. Survival instinct. Bike lock cable wraps around Domingo's neck. Not planned, not calculated, just reaction, defense, survival. Domingo drops shard, claws at cable. Can't breathe, can't speak. Eyes wide, terrified. Both hands pulling, desperate. Walter holds cable tight. Every muscle straining, not letting go. Can't let go, won't let go. 38 seconds, feels like eternity. Domingo thrashing, weakening, Walter crying, sobbing. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Keeps repeating. Mantra, apology, confession. Domingo trying to speak through choking. I'm sorry too. Voice barely whisper. Genuine finally. In death truth emerges. He's sorry. For breaking plate, for hiding shard, for forcing Walter to become this, for everything, but sorry doesn't change reality. Cable tightens. Domingo struggles slow. Stop. Body goes limp. Walter holds on 10 more seconds, making sure, being certain. Chemistry teacher's precision applied to terrible task. Finally releases cable. Domingo slumps against pole, eyes open, vacant, dead. Walter collapses beside body, shaking violently. Vomits, stomach empty but heaving anyway. Body rejecting what mind just did, what soul just sacrificed. He stays there. Don't know how long, minutes, hours, time meaningless. Jesse eventually comes down, sees scene, says nothing, just puts hand on Walter's shoulder. Solidarity, understanding, horror shared. We gotta clean this up, Jesse says quietly. Dissolve the body, hydrofluoric acid. Chemistry, right? You know how. Walter nods, mechanical, automatic, teacher mode engaging, problem to solve, body to dispose, evidence to eliminate, emotional shutdown necessary, can process trauma later, right now, survival, they work through night, plastic container, acid, chemistry knowledge applied to grim task. Domingo Molina dissolves, molecule by molecule, person becoming liquid, flushed away, gone, like he never existed, except in Walter's memory, in his nightmares, in his soul's permanent scar. Dawn breaks, work complete, no evidence, no body, no trace, except what Walter carries inside. Weight impossible to dissolve, can't flush away, can't eliminate. Jesse leaves Walter alone, goes upstairs, collapses on couch, exhausted, traumatized, changed forever. Walter sits in basement, empty plastic container nearby, stares at spot where Domingo died, where Walter White died too. Different death, soul death, transformation into something else, someone else. Not teacher anymore, not good man, survivor, killer, monster necessary for family survival. He thinks about Domingo's father, Molina's fine furniture, man who won't see sun again, who'll wait, who'll hope, who'll never know truth. Another cost, another weight, another piece of humanity lost. Walter climbs stairs slowly, locks basement door, goes to bathroom, showers, hot water, trying to wash away what happened, knowing water can't touch real stain, one that lives inside, permanent, indelible, looks in mirror, sees different person, same face, different eyes, killer's eyes, line crossed, can never uncross, teacher gone, survivor remains, and survivors do terrible things, because terrible things are necessary. Domingo thought Mr. White too weak to kill, error that cost his life, but also error that cost Walter his soul. Both men destroyed in that basement, one physically, one spiritually, both deaths necessary, both deaths permanent, both deaths irreversible. Walter White is dead, something newborn, something capable, something dangerous, something he'll later call Heisenberg, but name doesn't matter. What matters? Transformation complete, good man gone, survivor remains, and survivors do what necessary, always. 1 week later, Walter White returns to J.P. Wynne High School, chemistry classroom, students filing in, backpacks, laughter, normal teenage chaos, bell rings, class begins, like nothing happened, like world didn't change, like Walter didn't become killer 7 days ago. He writes equation on board, redox reactions, oxidation, reduction, hand steady now, voice normal, teaching mode automatic, muscle memory taking over. Students take notes, ask questions. Walter answers, professional, competent, Mr. White they've always known, but everything different. Every face reminds him of Domingo, former student turned victim. Every question triggers memory of conversations in basement. Every moment of normalcy feels like lie. Because it is a lie, teacher standing at board is the same man who stood there 2 weeks ago. That man died with Domingo. During lunch break, Walter sits alone in car. Parking lot, can't eat, hasn't eaten properly since that night. Food tastes like ash. Stomach rejects everything, body knows. Even when mind pretends normalcy, body remembers, body protests. Jesse calls. You okay, Mr. White? Fine. Walter lies, just tired. Cancer treatments? Another lie. Treatment excuse covers everything now. Weight loss, exhaustion, emotional distance, convenient shield. Nobody questions cancer patients' behavior. Perfect cover for guilt eating him alive. At home, Skylar notices. Wife knows something wrong. Not what, but something. Walt, you've been distant, distracted. Is treatment not working? Should we see different doctor? Treatment is fine, Walter says. Maintaining facade. Just processing everything, mortality, future, you know. Skylar hugs him, concerned, loving, supportive. Walter stands rigid, can't return embrace properly, because if he breaks, if he shows real emotion, if he cracks even slightly, everything spills out. Truth he can never tell, truth that would destroy family faster than cancer. Walt Jr. asks about missing days. Dad, where were you last week? Mom said you were sick, but you didn't answer phone. Complications, Walter invents. Hospital kept me for observation. Phone died, forgot charger. You know how it is. Son accepts explanation. Trust father. Why wouldn't he? Father never lied before. Father was good man, reliable man, honest man, was, past tense, not anymore. Jesse copes differently. Drugs, returning to old habits. Anything to forget, to numb, to avoid processing what happened, what they did, what they became. Walter sees it, recognizes escape, but can't judge. Everyone handles trauma differently. Candelaria Road, Molina's fine furniture. Walter drives past, can't help himself, sees store, sees closed sign, temporary closure, family emergency. Domingo's father waiting for son who'll never come home, waiting for call that won't come, for explanation that doesn't exist. Walter wants to stop, to tell him something, anything. But what? Your son tried to kill me, so I killed him first? Truth impossible, silence only option, cruel option, necessary option, nightmares start, every night. 38 seconds replaying endlessly. Domingo's face, cable tightening. I'm sorry, repeated in stereo. Both their voices, both their regrets, both their transformations. Loop that never ends. Sleep becomes torture. Waking becomes relief. Until day starts and lies resume. Hank visits, DEA agent, Walt's brother-in-law. Hey Walt, heard about your treatment struggles. Hang in there, buddy, you're fighter. Walter nods, thanks him, thinks about irony. DEA agent comforting murderer, praising strength, offering support, to criminal sitting across table, to killer who destroyed evidence perfectly. Chemistry knowledge applied flawlessly, no trace, no body, no crime. Perfect murder by imperfect man. Actually, Walt, Hank continues, wanted to ask, you hear about missing distributor? Domingo Molina? Goes by Krazy-8? Disappeared week ago. Family's worried. We're investigating. You teach chemistry at school he attended. Long shot, but remember anything about him? Walter's heart stops, recovers. Molina? Name sounds familiar. Maybe had him in class years ago? Don't really remember. So many students over the years. Hank nods. Yeah, figured. Just checking angles. Kid probably ran off. Or Tuco got him. Cartel business. These guys disappear all the time. Conversation moves on. Walter excuses himself. Bathroom, vomits, again. Body rejecting lies, rejecting guilt, rejecting transformation it never wanted, never asked for, but must live with. 2 weeks pass, then 3. Life continues. Students learn chemistry. Skylar plans baby shower. Walt Jr. plays video games. World keeps spinning, like Domingo Molina never existed, like his death changed nothing, but changed everything. For Walter, for Jesse, for souls permanently stained. The teacher who wouldn't kill became killer who must teach. The good man who valued life took life to preserve life. The father who wanted to provide for family destroyed himself providing for family. Paradox without resolution, wound without healing, cost without limit. Domingo was right about one thing. Mr. White didn't have it in him. To kill, to become monster, to cross line. Was right until moment he was wrong. Until desperation revealed hidden capability. Until survival instinct overrode morality. Then Mr. White had everything in him, including darkness he never knew existed. And that darkness remains, growing, spreading, consuming. First kill is hardest. After that, easier. After that, possible. After that, inevitable. Domingo thought weakness would save him. Walter thought morality would save him. Both wrong, both destroyed, both lessons learned too late. In basement where it happened, nothing remains. Cleaned, scrubbed, sanitized. But Walter still sees it, still smells it, still feels cable in hands. Some stains, chemistry can't remove. Some evidence lives in memory alone. Permanent, indelible, eternal. Walter White, killed to survive, survived to provide. Provided by becoming monster. Circle complete. Transformation irreversible. Teacher gone. Killer remains, and will kill again. Must kill again. Because first time hardest, second time easier, third time automatic. Path chosen, destiny sealed, soul lost. All because chemistry teacher met distributor in basement. And one underestimated other's desperation. Fatal mistake. For both. 6 months later. Walter White cooks again. Not in Jesse's RV. In professional superlab. Underground. State-of-the-art equipment. Working for Gustavo Fring. Making millions. Empire building. All possible because he crossed line in Jesse's basement. Because he killed Domingo Molina. Because he proved he could. The transformation that started with bike lock cable continued. Accelerated. Domingo was first, not last. Emilio before him was accident. Domingo was choice. First deliberate kill. Door opened. Can't close again. Since then, dealers eliminated. Rivals removed. Problems solved with violence becoming automatic response. Each kill easier than last. Domingo took 38 seconds and destroyed Walter's soul. Later kills take seconds and mean nothing. Numbed. Desensitized. Transformed completely. Jesse notices. Mr. White, you're different now. Cold, like you don't feel it anymore, like it doesn't bother you. It bothers me, Walter lies. But doesn't. Not really. Not like it should. Domingo's death should haunt him. Does haunt him, but doesn't stop him, doesn't slow him, doesn't prevent next kill, or next after that. Skylar sees it too. Distance growing. Husband she married versus man living in her house. Different people. She doesn't know about Domingo. Doesn't know about basement. Doesn't know about cable. But knows something fundamental changed. Something broke. Something died. Walt, you're scaring me. The way you act. The way you talk. You're not the man I married. She's right. That man died with Domingo. Strangled alongside him. Dissolved in acid. Flushed away. Gone forever. Replacement wears same face. Lives in same house. But different. Fundamentally. Irreversibly. Molina's fine furniture closes permanently. Father can't keep it running, not without son, not with hope draining away. Store sells, another business takes over. Domingo's legacy erased from street, forgotten by everyone except Walter, who carries guilt like tumor, growing, metastasizing, killing him slower than cancer, but just as certainly. Hank eventually closes case. Krazy-8 probably got killed by Tuco, or fled to Mexico. These low-level dealers disappear all the time. Family won't get closure, but that's life in this business. Walter overhears, says nothing, knows truth. Domingo didn't disappear, didn't flee, died in basement, dissolved in acid, became nothing, because he underestimated dying teacher's capacity for violence, because he hid ceramic shard, because he forced Walter's hand, because survival required transformation. Years pass. Walter becomes Heisenberg, legend in criminal world, ruthless, efficient, deadly, empire-spanning states, money beyond imagination, power beyond measure, all built on foundation laid in Jesse's basement, with bike lock cable, with first kill, with Domingo Molina. Other criminals whisper story, partial story, distorted story. Heisenberg's first kill was distributor who underestimated him, thought chemistry teacher was weak, learned too late. Desperate men are most dangerous men. Story becomes legend. Legend becomes warning. Warning spreads through criminal networks. Never underestimate quiet ones. Never assume desperation means weakness. Never believe good men can't become monsters when protecting family. But they miss crucial part. Story isn't about Heisenberg winning. It's about Walter White losing. Everything that made him human. Everything that made him good. Everything worth preserving. Lost in 38 seconds. Sacrifice for survival. Destroyed for family protection. Domingo Molina died in basement. But so did Walter White. Two men entered that space. Zero emerged. Domingo became corpse. Walter became Heisenberg. Both deaths. Both transformations. Both permanent. The teacher who valued life took life and lost his own in process. The father who wanted to provide destroyed himself providing. The good man who believed in mercy learned mercy is a luxury desperate men can't afford. Domingo thought Mr. White didn't have it in him to kill, to become monster, to cross line. He was right until moment he was wrong, until desperation revealed what lurked beneath civilized surface, until survival instinct overrode everything else. And once revealed, that darkness never retreats, never diminishes, only grows, consuming, spreading, taking over, until nothing remains of person who existed before. Until Walter White is memory, Heisenberg is reality. The bike lock cable hangs in Jesse's garage still. Nobody uses it, nobody touches it. Both men know what it represents. First kill, first transformation, first step down path leading to destruction. Of Domingo, of Walter, of everyone who comes after. That cable is monument to choice that wasn't choice, to mercy that became murder, to teacher who died becoming killer, to moment when everything changed forever. Domingo Molina never left that basement. Body dissolved, soul departed, but echo remains in Walter's nightmares, in Jesse's guilt. In lesson learned too well, desperation makes monsters of men, and monsters, once made, can't unmake themselves. They only become worse. 5 years after basement, Walter White dying again, not from cancer this time, from consequences, from choices, from transformations that started with Domingo Molina and never stopped. Empire built, empire collapsing, family destroyed, life ruined, all traced back to that moment. Cable around throat, 38 seconds, first kill. Jesse Pinkman disappeared. Can't face Walter anymore, can't face memories, can't face man who transformed from Mr. White into monster. Last conversation. You changed that night, in basement, when you killed Krazy-8. That's when you died and Heisenberg was born. I should have seen it coming. Skylar left, took kids, filed divorce, found out about lies, about crimes, about murders. Didn't know specifics about Domingo, didn't need to. New husband became stranger. dangerous stranger, loved to protect children, to save what remained of family. Hank discovered truth. Walter White is Heisenberg. Chemistry teacher is criminal mastermind. Brother-in-law is monster. Betrayal complete. Family destroyed. Trust shattered. Confrontation inevitable. Violence coming. Because violence always comes. Started in basement. Never stopped. Never will. Walter sits alone. Hiding. Running. Reflecting. Thinks about Domingo Molina. About moment everything changed. If he'd let him go. If he'd risked mercy. Would Domingo have kept promise? Probably not. But maybe, small maybe, tiny chance. Never knew because chose survival. Chose violence. Chose transformation. And that choice led to everything after. Second kill easier. Third kill routine. 10th kill automatic. 100 kills later. Doesn't count anymore. Doesn't feel them. Numbed completely. Domingo's ghost watching each one. First domino. Started avalanche. Buried Walter White under mountain of bodies and consequences. Other criminals still tell story. Distorted version. Legend version. Heisenberg's first kill proved he was real. Proved he had what it takes. Made him legend. But they're wrong. First kill didn't make him legend. Made him prisoner. Of choices. Of violence. Of transformation he couldn't reverse. Lesson they miss. Domingo Molina thought Mr. White was too weak to kill. Error that cost his life. But Walter White thought he could kill once and remain good man. Bigger error. Cost everything. Because murder isn't single act. It's permanent change. First kill opens door. Every kill after walks through easier. Until door can't close. Until person entering is completely different from person who first opened it. The teacher who wouldn't hurt anyone became man who hurt everyone. The father who wanted to provide destroyed family while providing. The good man who valued life took so many lives he lost count, including his own. Spiritual death more complete than physical death coming soon. Domingo was right and wrong. Right that Mr. White didn't have it in him. Wrong that desperation couldn't change that. Desperation changes everything, reveals capabilities nobody knew existed, transforms teachers into killers, good men into monsters, fathers into destroyers. But transformation isn't victory, it's tragedy. Walter survived Domingo, survived every threat after, built empire, made millions, won every battle, but lost war, lost family, lost self, lost everything worth having. Survival without soul isn't winning, it's extended dying. The bike lock cable, the 38 seconds, the basement, the moment. Changed 2 lives forever. Ended one physically, ended other spiritually. Both men destroyed by encounter, one through death, other through survival that required becoming someone he should never have become. Final lesson. Criminals miss. Story isn't underestimate desperate man at your peril. Real lesson. Become what desperate men must become at your peril. Domingo paid price for underestimation. Walter paid price for transformation. Both prices too high. Both lessons learned too late. Jesse was right. Walter changed that night. Died that night. Everything after was Heisenberg. And Heisenberg destroyed everyone, including himself. Including family he transformed to protect. Including soul he sold for survival. Domingo Molina thought teacher was too weak. Teacher proved him wrong. Then spent rest of life wishing he'd been right. Wishing weakness had won. Wishing mercy had prevailed. Wishing 38 seconds never happened. But they did. Cable tightened. Life ended. Soul transformed. Path chosen. Destiny sealed. The chemistry teacher who killed to survive. Survived to destroy. Destroyed everything, including himself, forever.